Hi, and welcome to this work-in-progress demonstration regarding the new MakeHuman Blender integration. My name is Joel Palmius, and I am the Community Manager for MakeHuman. Before we begin with the demonstration, I'd like to point out that the full demonstration of the new Blender integration is available in an earlier video. The video that you are watching now is only about the specific issues related to running the add-on inside version 2.80 of Blender. Further, in order to run what is shown here, you will need to download a newer version of the add-on than what is available in the MakeHuman Alpha zip. This will be demonstrated later in the video. As of January 2019, the current status is that most key functions of the add-on will work in Blender 2.80. That is, you will be able to import a mesh, get it rigged, and snap on IK functionality. In this process, materials should be set up correctly for both EV and cycles. However, the Connect parts of the add-on may still require some work. As a start of this demonstration, we will set up a basic MakeHuman character. As demonstrated in the previous video, nothing special is required here, but be sure to select a skeleton, otherwise you will not be able to post the character in Blender. The only critical part of the setup is that you have to enable the server in MakeHuman, so that Blender can speak with the program from the outside. As mentioned in the introduction, you will need to download a newer version of the plugin in order to make it run in Blender 2.80. For the MakeHuman side, you can use the version that is shipped in the alpha, but for Blender you need to go to GitHub to get the newest build. The repository containing the plugin is called MakeHuman Plugin for Blender, and you can find the add-on in the Blender distribution directory. Since this is a source code repository, you will need to click on the file once and then on Download. In Blender, we can now go to the user preferences. Contrary to 2.79, these are now found in the Edit menu. Here we can click on the Install add-on from File button and browse to the zip file that we just downloaded. Don't forget to also actually enable the add-on. Finally, click on the Save Preferences button. Having done this, you should now be good to go with the plugin. Back in the viewport, you may notice that I have set the render engine to EV. This is just to demonstrate that the materials work fine in EV too. Most materials will work unmodified when switching between cycles and EV. Anyway, the first quirk we will run into is that the T shelf no longer supports tabs. Thus, in 2.80, the MakeHuman tab has been moved to the N shelf, which is usually on the right hand of the viewport. If you cannot see this panel, just click the N key. Here we can find the MakeHuman tab, and it will look the same as it did in the previous video. As we have already enabled the server in MakeHuman and set up a character there, all we need to do here is click the Import button. As I have set the viewport mode to rendered, we can immediately see that materials seem to work as expected. As a side note, this is a vast improvement of the viewport in 2.79, where you would not easily be able to get such an immediate visual feedback. We can also render the scene, which will display a result rather similar to the viewport. This concludes the demonstration. What you have seen here represents the status as of January 2019. As the functionality is in heavy development, it is possible it will look different when you download it. As always, you are welcome to the forums if you are interested in discussing MakeHuman or if you have questions. I would also like to take a moment to express my gratitude to the people who have signed up on Patreon to support us. We are rapidly approaching a milestone where we will be able to reach a break-even with hosting costs for the MakeHuman user-contributed assets repository. Finally, I would also like to thank all the people who have subscribed to the YouTube channel. As we have reached more than 100 subscribers in only a few weeks, we have become qualified to get a human-readable YouTube URL. Anyway, good luck in your future modeling.